Working more than 20 hours as a student used to be a punishment that awaits you when you are about to change your visa, like when you want to move from the student visa to the post-study work visa, or to the skilled worker visa, or to the care worker visa. But this is no longer the trend, as a lot of changes are happening now in immigrations and visas. This is one of the visa decisions that you might get if you work more than 20 hours on your student visa. That is when you are in your term time. You are supposed to work 20 hours during term time and full time during holidays. So on this video today, I'm going to bring to you these changes and what the Home Office is actually doing now to students who work more than 20 hours during their term time. Welcome back to my channel. Adacheke here. This video is proudly sponsored by Amber Student Accommodation. So if you want an accommodation that is affordable and suitable for your needs as a student here in United Kingdom, click the link on the comment section and on the description of this video to make your enquiries and your booking for a suitable accommodation. Remember to subscribe, click the like button as we continue on this video. 2 students and a dependent are put into the detention center for working 21 hours and are prepared for deportation. So this is no longer as it used to be when you apply for switching from your student visa to another visa. That is when the punishment comes on. As it is now, it is said that with the UK government deciding to deport those who are breaking the law from the UK at any cost, the Home Office is now raiding cities for students who are working more than 20 hours during their term time. Last week, 3 Kerrylites were arrested during the immigration raid in Stoke-on-Trent, and 2 are students while 1 is their dependents. They were brought to the detention center. The Home Office has decided to deport them back to Kerala. Then a Kerryite lawyer from the UK is making efforts after their relative contacted him. Malayali Care Agency in Stoke-on-Trent. So it's likely, they said it's likely that 2 agencies will now be fined for breaking the law. So even the agencies that gave them more than 20 hours as a student will also be fined for breaking the law, while the students are to be deported back to their home country, including their dependents who do not even break any rule. But you know that a dependent, as the name sounds, is depending on the student visa. So if the student who has the visa is being deported, it means that the dependent will follow suit. Report says that last year, a series of Home Office raids were conducted in Stoke-on-Trent, following which a large number of students have left the country. It says that immigration officers who had previously turned a blind eye on an extra hour or 2 of work are now working with the goal of deporting thousands of people from the UK at any cost, after realizing that Home Office Secretary Suella Beverman has taken a tough stand on the issue. The 2 students and 1 of their dependents who got arrested from working more than 20 hours a week is facing deportation threat, although the total number of hours they worked in a month did not exceed 80 hours. This is where this thing really stuck on me, because we know that as students we're supposed to work 20 hours a week and 80 hours in a month during term time. So what they are trying to say now is that these students did not exceed 80 hours a week, but they exceeded the 20 hours a week by 1 hour. Let me explain this thing better for you. Like where I work, we have a 12-hour shift for the night, and for the day staff they have the 12 hours, the 6 hours and the 8 hours. Their own is more flexible. I prefer night shifts, so I do night shifts as a student. So what it means is that as a student, if I'm to work 2 times in a week, I'll work 24 hours. But because we are paid monthly and not weekly, I might decide to work 2 times in a week, which is 24 hours, and do 7 shifts, which will result to a 72 hours in total. Then it's not up to 80 hours, right? But if by the way the home office are judging this case now, I have overworked 20 hours a week, although I have not exceeded the 80 hours in a week. So I've been on holiday since, so it didn't really matter because my time will start counting by September 18th. I went on holiday on the 8th of May to resume on the 18th of September. So I was even actually trying to find out how to fit in my shift. And the funny thing is that some of these employers do not even understand how this rule work. So my manager was like, okay, since it's 80 hours a week, you can pick up 7 night shifts and do 1 day of day shifts for 8 hours, making it you can pick up 6 night shifts. I mean to say 6 night shifts that will result into 72 hours, then do 1 day shift of 8 hours to make it up to 80 hours a week, a month, and you are still within the law. But with these people who are facing this trial now, they actually worked 21 hours in one of the weeks, and some weeks they work less than 20 hours, and they are facing this trial for overworking, even that they have not worked 80 hours in a week. The report also said that, however, the fact that when the woman on the student visa was arrested, her husband, who was on the dependent visa, was also arrested, is a warning to many who are to come into student visa and want to violate the law. According to Home Office, her husband's dependent visa will also be cancelled after she violates the student visa law. With this, both of them have been shifted to the detention center. The phones of the trial are in the possession of the officials. It is learned that the officials have sought information from other students who were staying at the place where they were arrested, and more raids are also expected at Stoke-on-Trent and other cities in the UK. So this is to tell you that they are really getting serious about students' 20 hours of work. When you are on term time, you are to work 20 hours a week and not even 80 hours a month again. So if you work in a place where they give like 12-hour shift, it means you cannot do 2 12-hour shifts in a week, or 14-hour shifts. You can only do maybe a 12-hour shift and a 8-hour shift, making it 20 hours for every week, and not the other way around, that maybe people are calculating. Just make sure that you're within the 80 hours limit. Or maybe something happens that in this week you were not able to work as a student, maybe you were busy with academics and stuff, and the following week you now decided, okay, let me work 40 hours because I did not work last week. You are still breaching the terms of your visa, which will stand against you when you are, it's not even when you are applying for visa or anything. If there is any sort of investigation that start going on in your city or your university or anywhere around you, you should know that you are actually breaking this law. So this is a time to deliberate and a time to reconsider all we do on our student visa. You make sure that you are within the terms of your student visa. You are not, sometimes if you check the hours that you exceed by and everything that comes with it, you can imagine coming to an abrupt end of your stay here in the United Kingdom without planning and all that. And with that, the deportation, you cannot get the certificate that you came to the United Kingdom for. All those fees that you paid wasted. If you check the amounts that you made extra for working more than 20 hours, it might not even be something tangible. So we should be informed of what is expected of us and the right ways to keep the laws. Some people were able to scale through all through their stay as students, and when they got to the level of applying for student post-study visa, they got a reply like this one showing on the screen now. Or maybe when they want to switch to the work visa, they got something like this. Or even some people to the later stage when they want to apply for their indefinite leave to remain. Because I also read an article from somebody that said is when she applied for indefinite leave to remain that they brought up the issue of public funds. They said she accessed public funds, that she did this, she did that, and everything that she did, even while she was still on the student visa, that they granted her work visa without questioning, started coming up. And she was like, what's all this? Then you now need to get an immigration lawyer. Immigration lawyers are not cheap here in United Kingdom. They are very, very expensive, and you will end up spending all those extra cash that you were able to get while you were on a student visa, or even the money you might have to start spending all the extra cash that you were able to make while working extra hours. So we should all be mindful of the new changes and laws that, like the article said, that initially they were turning a blind eye to you working extra 1 or 2 hours and saying like it's not much, but now they are no longer turning a blind eye to anything. I remember when I was doing my induction for my job, I was supposed to do a 7 hours training for 3 days, and that will amount to 21 hours because they are paying for the induction. My school had to call, my workplace had to call the home office to inform them, see what is happening, that they have induction for a student which will take 21 hours in a week. How are they going to do that? Should they just do it for only 20 hours? I'm supposed to write 1 hour exam. So after much letters and email going between them and home office, they now said okay, that I should go, since it's a training and induction and it's just 21 hours, I can go through it. And I was given a copy of that response in case of tomorrow, if there is any need for me to apply for visa or anything, and they said you received a 21 hour pay or something like that, I can actually send that email, a reply from home office saying that this particular person, my name was there, can go through her 21 hour induction that is there for the week. This is all I have in this video, and I want to read from you on the comment section. What do you think about all this that is happening here in United Kingdom, about cutting net immigration and the lot of laws that are coming up and actually having a very negative impact on the immigrants here in United Kingdom? See you in my next one. Bye bye.